Oh my gosh. We are back in the saddle. It is Monday, September 16th. Kyle and Paul are going to be doing the show for a while, every single day, but we're going to just get warmed up back into it for a minute.
The people really want to know who I is and who I be. They
not allowed to take back-to-back vacations anymore.
No need to repeat.
They said it's not allowed. You have to do the show more often together. 2.5 weeks of not running the show together is not okay.
Tough. It's such a rhythm for us, and I think we forget about it. I'm so thankful for all the guest hosts who step in, and it's so much fun to do the show and get the variety. But there's something calibrating about this time we spend together every morning and the time we spend with our team while they build the show. There's something about it. I don't know. I guess you take it for granted when you don't do it every day.
You take for granted those like rhythms that kind of like set your day, and especially because we do it every morning, right? There's like a way that the morning starts, and that kind of like gives you the trajectory in the day. I love, and one of the reasons why we do this show is because way back over 3 years ago now, well, almost 3 years ago, we did this every day anyway. We talked about what was going on in the automotive industry, what we were excited about next. And so we just want to give that same energy to everyone. And I think it's like the way we start the day. So we just invite you into it, and we're so glad you're listening.
It's so good. So good. There's so many things going on right now. Right now, Nathan and Jordan are on location at Rohrman. We're getting ready to announce some big things and partnerships there. We released a social media clip last week of us making 547 shirts. I think that's the number for our friends at Beaver Toyota, because now we're issuing these Love People More Than You Love Cars with the dealership name underneath. My dream, and I think this is more than a dream, it's probably more of like a goal, is that we have 100,000 dealership employees wearing Love People More Than You Love Cars with their unique dealership name.
Yes.
So if you're feeling that, we already had a couple of people just DM saying like, hey, can you send me a proof? Yes, we can. If you just DM us on LinkedIn, or actually just send an email to crew@asodu.com, let us know what you want. We'll mock you a shirt up, give you some really great volume pricing. And it's a really great way to bring your whole store together around this principle. Love people more than you love cars.
Absolutely is.
This is the first shirt, by the way. This is the OG.
Is that the OG? So just so you know, I talked to Patrick on Friday. They're already in for some more orders. They got like family members wanting them.
Right.
It's wild. Yeah. So, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
So let us know. We'll show you the samples.
Today we're headed to the Welcome Conference. If you were at a SoduCon this last year, we got to hang out with Will Guidara for a little while, and he puts together an entire day of some of his best friends. Donald Miller is going to be there. Some incredible restaurateurs, New York Times, type level people, and like we're going to soak that up, the hospitality industry, and just bring it back to you this week.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I mean the it's like the real deal when we don't recognize like 3/4 of the names, and they're Will's friends. We're like, we're gonna get some outside influence into the industry. Yep. So we'll be in New York City today, all day at the conference. Only a 1-day conference, so we'll fly out later tonight, and I'll be watching the Eagles game on the way home. I don't know what you're doing, but that's what I'm doing. All right, let's get into some news. Volvo has officially ended its vehicle subscription program. Care by Volvo is what it was called. Was launched. When was it launched? Here back in 2017, offering a bundle of vehicle use, maintenance, other benefits in a single monthly payment between $600 and $800 a month across more than 40 states. They announced that just late last week that the program is suspended for the foreseeable future. They previously marketed the program as a way to attract first-time buyers, Volvo customers, with 80% of subscribers were actually new to the brand. So it sounds like they did it. Existing subscribers can still complete their terms and receive a credit toward a new Volvo purchase or lease. It's letting them focus on their core offerings and future product introductions. Spokesperson Russell Datz stated, quote, "This allows for concentrated focus on our core customer offerings and coming of introduction of new products." So they're saying we're making room, we're clearing up the communication lines, doing new things.
Yeah, it's really interesting to me because obviously if you've got, like you see this with, and Lithia has talked about this, right? You've seen like Sonic talk about this with their Echo Park brand. You see Volvo talk about this. When you introduce these new ways to purchase a vehicle from a brand, you attract a new subscribe, like a new potential customer, because that's who was always looking for that way to purchase. I think what we're probably going to learn from this is that things like Fare Before It and then Care by Volvo, the Volvo specific one, are going to be kind of like a little too much, a little too early type thing. Because you also think about like how they're digging into finance pockets, how they're digging into insurance pockets, at the dealer side or the insurance side. It's a tricky kind of like web to weave, but I think we are going to see someone kind of figure this out at the tier 1 to tier 3 level at some point, because we were actually, I think we were in Florida talking to an Uber driver, and they were like, oh man, Uber puts this whole thing, I don't even have to worry about it. Like I got tired, I got Care, I got all this type of
stuff. Miami.
As commercial starts to come to residential, it'll flow to where I think people expect this as an option at some point. But so I'm kind of sad to see it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, a lot of people try. It does feel like too, this pairs really well with like this EV adoption curve that we're trying to like see what it does and understand. So it really makes sense. First time buyer trying something out, short term lease, one payment, everything's included. If they can get the insurance figured out, because EV insurance also. Maybe that's the reason why they're not, because the insurance is expensive and it would like make the payment go up. So maybe that's one of the reasons they're staying away from it. But I think you're right on the money, right? This kind of thing attracts a new person that always wanted to buy that way. And kudos to Volvo for 80% of that. It seems like they hit the target exactly of what they wanted to do. And now let's see if they can convert those Volvo customers, those new ones, into repeat Volvo customers. So I guess we'll see what happens once they do it. But I mean, they're definitely pumping out good product, and I've seen a lot of these Volvo EVs on the road. They look really good to me. I like this.
They do look good. They do.
All right. Good. Speaking of, I don't know.
Progressing. I don't know.
Okay, we'll go progressing. We need a good segue.
We just got a good stuff.
Uber, we got to get rolling, guys. Give us a minute. Uber and Waymo are taking the autonomous ride-hailing partnership to new cities now, Austin and Atlanta, with a rollout expected early next year. I know Atlanta, we get to try it. Maybe. No, we're going to have to travel outside the radius. I know it. With a rollout expected early next year, marking an expansion of their driverless car services beyond Phoenix, where every time you and I have been in Phoenix, we've always had to go outside the radius. So we always get sad. Uber's going to dispatch Waymo's vehicles. So you book it through the Uber app.
Wow.
It dispatches a Waymo vehicle, an all-electric Jaguar I-Pace with vehicles within new cities, with fleet set to grow into the, quote, hundreds over time. Shares of Uber are up 5% on the news. Alphabet stock also increased by 2%. Creator, owner of Waymo. Following that, it's coming in with increased regulation, increased scrutiny of all the self-driving tech out there because of these crashes. Here's a quote from Uber in a release. The expansion reflects Uber's ongoing commitment to EVs and autonomous tech partnerships. That's pretty straightforward, I guess.
Man, I'm just like, I can't wait to try it. We're gonna do it. I mean, Austin and Atlanta, I'm pretty sure we can get there a little quicker than Phoenix. Phoenix is a little tough, although there's a couple opportunities.
Atlanta seems like a sketch place to ride one, man. Like that's dicey.
It's dicey there already with just like regular people rolling around, and then you got autonomous. I don't know.
Phoenix seems like a friendlier place to try a driverless vehicle.
Again, this is just another like way to get people comfortable with the reality of not just autonomous, but just with EV. It is like expanding the comfortability matrix of whether or not me being in that type of car more often is okay. I think these are the types of things that if EVs are going to take some level of market share, and again, I don't think they're going to get to 100% by 2030, even 2035, but some level of significant market share over the 11 or so percent that we see right now. You're just going to have to get people more comfortable in rentals or in this driverless autonomous technology or other ways to like get them in that vehicle and experiencing what it's like to drive and be in one of them.
Without a doubt. You know, and what I was thinking of when we're talking about Uber booking Waymo's vehicles, I'm just thinking back to like what Tesla is doing and how they're talking about the robo-taxi and like bringing the two together. So I wonder if this is a little bit of like, hey, we see this competitor over the horizon, and we're going to try to like crew up a little bit to see if we can kind of like join forces to have a little bit of a thing ready when it does hit. So I like it. It's great to watch happen.
Well, speaking of joining forces.
Wait.
Hey, Roblox has teamed up with Shopify, which is very smart, to allow physical products to be sold in its metaverse marking Roblox's first major e-commerce
Did you just
integration.
say metaverse?
I said metaverse because that's basically what Roblox is. I mean, you know,
it is.
They
we have to
stretch.
see when the last time we said metaverse on the show was. I'm curious.
That is kind of wild. The partnership enables developers and brands on Shopify to sell physical items directly within Roblox games. Hey, look, we're a Shopify store. We might, you know.
Oh my
we're not doing it. What? Oh,
I mean, it's a very
we sell t-shirts in Roblox. Oh my goodness!
Actually,
the pilot program. It's the perfect place for that shirt. Hey, the pilot program starts this year with a full launch expected by early 2025. The collaboration builds on Roblox past shopping experiences with brands like Elf Cosmetics and Walmart. And Roblox aims to capture 10% of global gaming content revenue with plans for future e-commerce integrations across various platforms. So can't just buy stuff in Roblox, but now outside of Roblox,
the real world.
in Roblox.
I mean, you said it before, like Roblox was kind of like the OG metaverse. It was the place where our kids were transacting, even if it wasn't physical stuff or real money yet. You could do fake jobs on Roblox, like deliver pizzas and things like that, and earn money that you can then exchange for other items. So they were doing that way, way, way back. And now that it's real credits and real money, and when your kids first, my kids first came up to me, I mean, now it was a lot of years ago, but like, Dad, can I have $10 to buy Robux? I'm like, I'm giving you real money and you're buying fake money. It was so they could change. So it's like this Gen Z came up on Roblox. They're comfortable with it. Roblox now, they have all these concert integrations with major artists, releasing albums, selling t-shirts and swag and physical items. Just makes sense. And wouldn't it be funny if Roblox is like really the first one to unlock, you know, transactional commerce through the metaverse? I would bet on that horse.
I would bet on it because the user is native to that exchange of goods, that exchange, like as a transaction. They trust it,
right?
They already trust that exchange works.
It's a done deal. I don't know.
Here
if Roblox,
it comes, baby.
Can you buy Roblox on the stock exchange? Probably would. I mean,
they're basically like Bitcoin. You know,
no,
just
Bitcoin. No, I think Roblox is probably a more stable bet than Bitcoin. I don't know. We're not advisors. Don't take any of our advice.
Don't take any of that advice.
Hit the music.
We do give some advice, though.
Well, if you're going to take advice on one thing, it's like on the screen right here over my shoulder. It says a Soducon. Go to asoducon.com. Be the first to know. That email list is filling up really quickly because it's going to be here before you know. But we have to get to New York City. See ya.